What's up guys and girls, Lazy Dragon here, and welcome to Tutorialise, the hit new show that's sweeping. It's sweeping something, probably sweeping all of my other shitty videos under the rug. But anyway, today we're in Smite for Tutorialise. If you've never seen Tutorialise before, here's how it works. First of all, we play a game. Specifically, the game's tutorial. Then, using whatever we've learnt in said tutorial, we will go and attempt to win a multiplayer match, or a level of a campaign. Here's the twist: if the tutorial forgets to mention a button, or anything on the controller, we will not be able to use that button for the duration of the video. So, if the tutorial doesn't mention how to move our character, we will have to win the entire level without moving. If the tutorial forgets to mention how to jump, then we're going to have to keep both feet firmly planted on the ground for the entire video. Already, Smite's tutorial is doing slightly better than Paladin's was last week, as they've actually mentioned how to turn at the beginning, rather than focusing on how to jump backwards on a horse. Why does my horse move faster by jumping in reverse than it does by walking? Now, I picked Smite partly because last time we did Paladins, and Smite is made by the same developers, thought it'd only be fair that we cover their entire breadth of creative works, but also because for years, Smite was famous for having an awful tutorial. By the looks of things, they've upgraded it slightly. So far, we can upgrade our special abilities and turn our head. Already, 100% improvement over Paladin's tutorial.
That can strike multiple enemies within its highlighted.
Could we get subtitles please, for those of us that are hard of hearing? Or for people that are watching this video whilst an annoying British guy is talking over it? Oh blimey, now we got items as well. This is just going to confuse viewers. We can use relics as well. I was getting ready to mock Smite's tutorial, but so far it hasn't missed a beat. This is going to be an awful Tutorialise.
Unlike towers, a phoenix will eventually respawn. Destroy the enemy phoenix.
Enough! I will handle it myself! With Neath on my side, you have chance. We shall see.
Storm into the enemy base.
That's a lot of character development for those two titans. Normally they just end up dying at the very end of a match. But here they've got voice lines and personality, and, I don't know, maybe hopes and dreams. Maybe the Flaming Titan here just really wants to be a concert pianist. Unfortunately, his dreams are never going to come true because he's been impaled by his own swords. Victory is on screen, so it's the end of the tutorial. When I said earlier that the Smite tutorial may have improved, I was wrong, because it appears to have missed out half the buttons on the controller yet again. So, just to recap, the only buttons that the tutorial explicitly covered were left stick, right trigger, X, and left on the D-pad. 5 buttons. This is a game that uses pretty much every key on a PC keyboard. They had enough trouble mapping all of the buttons onto console in the first place, and here we are creating a further handicap for ourselves, by using a grand total of 5. We're allowed to use relics, but we can't buy consumables. We're allowed to purchase items, which, improvement over Paladins I suppose, and, most importantly, we can turn the camera. Also, yes, I've dressed her up as a pirate, because we're going to get bloody massacred out there, okay? I can't use 75% of my abilities, it's going to be a bloodbath. So at the very least I should be well dressed before I die 100 deaths. And with Neath, a pirate costume counts as well dressed. When you consider a normal costume is just a glorified ribbon, then pirate fancy dress counts as well dressed for her. Oh thank God we can buy relics, these are going to be lifesavers. We can level up our abilities down there in the bottom right hand corner. The only one we can use is X. So if you see me using anything other than the super long explodey line arrow shot, then you can call me out on it. We can rotate the camera, we can actually aim in this game, and I still missed the first shot. Maybe it's not the tutorials that people need to work on, maybe it's just the fact that I'm a complete and utter nonce. Thank you, Sylvanus. I'm going to stand next to you for the entire match. There's nowhere safer than next to a giant tree, especially when you can't use most of your abilities. Let's use the one ability we can fire off, and watch as our teammates slowly get eviscerated. I'm trying my best to help you out, but I move very slowly. Nope, can't backflip. Gotta use the relic. Can't backflip, can't heal. Okay, we're not even a minute and a half in and we've almost died immediately. We can't communicate with the team either. If you want to communicate, you need to use right on the D-pad, which of course the tutorial didn't tell us. So we can't even warn our team that, hey, we're playing this game like an idiot for the purposes of comedy. It's a shame, I'm so sorry, team. I would look up your names to apologise personally, but we don't know how to access the scoreboard. Okay, I'll just kill minions, that's all I'm good for this match. Can't do anything, normally I'd heal. No. Oh, that's death number 1. I'm going to have to montage this. I know I'm going to have to montage this. There's no way we get through this with just one death. We got a kill! We got a kill! We may have slightly stolen it, but we got a kill! This is incredible! Scientific discovery of the decade, even if you're playing a game like... Well, to say that we were playing the game like a noob would probably be insulting to noobs. Even they know how to use the entirety of the controller. I mean, it's closer than I thought it would be. I mean, my team's back must be incredibly sore from carrying me this far. But it's still, there's only a 3-kill differential right now. Theoretically, we could win this. And theoretically I could end up with the Nobel Peace Prize as well. Oh well, never say never. Who knows? Maybe the enemy team will simultaneously suffer a stroke, and bam! Game over, we win. Haha! Your piggly ways are no match for our super kind of bullshit shield of invincibility. Ah yes, this is exactly the sort of enemy we want to fight. A large, slow-moving one, which has no possible way to harm us. At least no way to cause physical harm to us. For all we know, it might be the master of emotional trauma. Please, if I could use any other ability, we would... should be dead by now. If I could use any other ability, any at all. Now we've been turned back into a swine. This is not going well. I mean, there's every chance that the rest of the buttons are covered in some sort of advanced tutorial. But at the same time, I'd consider an advanced tutorial to deal with strategies, or, you know, basic guides to the gods. I would not split the controller in half and assign one half as basic tutorial and the other half as slightly more complex tutorial. You know, you don't do that when you're learning to drive. They don't teach you how to work half the car and then expect you to instantly know how to work the other half in your driving test. No, they teach you the whole thing, and then the advanced courses are for, like, driving on motorways and shit like that. Same here, the advanced courses should be how to play ranked games, how picks and bans work, how to counterpick your opponent, how to itemise, etc, etc, etc. You should not randomly take half the controller away and go, no, you have to play our second tutorial to learn about this part of it. Normally I'd be getting all of the really powerful items online by now. You know, some critical chance, some penetration, some other words that you use in the bedroom. Now I'm just building items that make me move faster, because I can't backflip away from my problems like usual. If only the lovely tutorial would bother to teach us that bit, that's all I want. I don't need the self-heal, I just need to know how to run away very quickly. We got a second kill! Yay! The tutorial's working. I would check our overall score right now, but tutorial's not working that well. Thankfully, the one thing that no tutorial ever needs to teach us is how to use our body as a meat shield. 3 kills! Maybe we'll turn this around. Or at the very least end it with a positive KD spread, and in the end that's all that really matters. Who cares if my team won or lost, so long as my stats look good. That's a 4. We've got a killing spree. I can't use 75% of the controller. If nothing else, I can save the day by walking up to this giant man and asking him not to throw that ball into the portal. Okay, never mind. That man likes his job just too much. He will throw that ball into the portal regardless of what I say to him. Even if I'm very polite and or dressed as a pirate. That's a double kill! We are playing against other people right now, aren't we? This isn't some sort of elaborate prank that you get after completing the tutorial. How... I can't use half of the bloody buttons on this thing! How... I mean, we're not winning, not by a long shot. But that's what, the 6th kill we've got, and 7th maybe? Look at the team communicating like pros. Be nice if I could do that. Unfortunately, I am not pro nor capable of pressing right on the D-pad right now. I mean, seriously, if you're going to tutorialise the D-pad, tutorialise the whole D-pad. Don't just do one button from it. That's like teaching someone geography and only covering north. Oh, that's it. Amir finally caught up with us. But still, we did remarkably well. We got them down to 51. I was expecting it to be a slaughter. I was expecting them to beat us by over 100. Easy. And we've got a rather sad-looking pirate on the victory screen. Bloody hell. Looking at the scoreboard, considering we had, well, our own stupid handicap imposed, and only one ability for that entire match, and we still got the most kills out of anyone on our team. And we only died 3... How the fuck did Humbats die 12 times? What, was it going for 1 monkey death for every month of the year? Oh, it's October. Looks like it's time to go and shoot a chimpanzee. Details. Player healing. 0. Remember, Neith has an ability that's sole use is to heal her. It damages the enemy, sucks the health out of them and into her. And we used it 0 times. We did the most minion damage by a mile. Christ. Guys, you're not making console Smite look good right now. This was supposed to be a jokey one. We were supposed to be awful and then the rest of you would carry us through it like some sort of goddamn heroes. You would be the Samwise Gamgees to our incredibly useless Frodo. But no, here we are. Smite's tutorial has proved that it is more than capable of giving you enough tools to be the best player on your team. Unfortunately, you still won't win, because all of the other players apparently don't have any arms. That's got to be the only explanation for how they did this poorly, right? Please tell me that's the only explanation. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But anyway, that about wraps up another Tutorialise. Thank you for joining me, and if you've enjoyed this video, then why don't you check out some of the previous Tutorialises in the description down below. And of course, if you've got any games that you would like to see tutorialised or played on this channel, then feel free to leave them in the comments. But until next time, farewell everyone. I'm so sorry, Smite players. Oh my god, that was a nightmare.